So what do you see are the key factors for building opportunity in financial services in Africa?
Well, if you see the global picture, banking is changing fast, but the pace of change in Africa is fastest. These changes are primarily driven by opportunities.
Yep.
Talking about opportunities, I would like to share some statistics. Today in Africa, you have close to 250 million unbanked families. This is a huge number.
It's massive, isn't it?
Yes. So leading to big, massive potential in BFS sector. Now, talking about the key factors which are leading to these opportunities, first and foremost, I would say international trade of natural resources. You have natural resources in abundance in Africa. If I have to share some statistics, 74% of world's platinum is being produced in Africa.
74%?
Yes. 54% of world's diamond produce is in Africa.
In Africa.
Okay. Close to 20% of gold production happens in Africa. So these are all precious metals. Talking about oil, world's 11% of oil is being produced in Africa. There are so many other natural resources, manganese, phosphates, uranium, copper. So in short, the presence of these natural resources in abundance is leading to international trade of natural resources, bringing in huge inflows from foreign countries. In turn, resulting into infrastructure upgrades, technological advancements in the region. For all this, banking is the enabler. You get me?
Yep.
So this is basically affecting the banking sector on a positive note, rapidly growing and changing. The other important factor, a key factor, if I have to share with you, I would say the growing influence of private sector.
Okay.
You know, earlier most of the African countries were depending on financial aid from international other countries and things like that. But now things are changing. These countries are slowly moving away from the dependence on financial aid and the baggage of conditions which are imposed by the donors. You get me? So this has created a new technocratic class with entrepreneurship mindset, so which is giving a big boost to private sector in the region, which in turn is helping the economy grow.
And in turn will help the public sector.
Yes.
Clearly.
So if the economy is growing, definitely the banking and financial services sector will be impacted positively.
Yep.
The other key factor, if I have to share with you, is the economic presence of emerging countries in Africa. It is huge. If you have to look at the share of BRIC countries in Africa's trade, it has grown from 1% to 20% in last 1 decade. The forecast is by 2030 it will be at 50%.
Incredible, isn't it?
The biggest BRIC countries, India and China.
Yeah.
Both of them rely today on African market for their energy security needs. They rely on African market for their manufactured goods. And in the long run, they are looking at African market for their food security needs as well. So in short, the huge economic presence of these emerging countries has helped economy transform in African region. Again, the other key factor is the middle income population. If you look at the middle income population of the region, according to World Bank, more than 50% countries, African countries now have attained the middle income status.
Wow.
You get me?
Wow. Yeah.
And then if you have to look at the population, close to 50% of African population is under the age of 20. This is your Y generation customers. If you look at these two factors collectively, it leads to massive opportunities in BFS sector, especially in the private banking space.
Yes, yes.
You get me? So put together, I would talk about these 4 key factors which has impacted the BFS industry in the African region drastically on the positive side.
Brilliant. Thank you.